Army combat veteran. I did 10 years in the Army throughout different places in the United States, everywhere from Fort Hood to Fort Carson, Fort Bliss, Fort Stewart. Dang, I almost forgot. With the 3rd Infantry Division. I did some time in Iraq and came back. Like everybody else, struggled with returning. And I noticed there was a problem, but I didn't take it serious because I assumed everybody was going through the same thing. You know, in 2015, I was medically retired from the Army, and the only thing I wanted to do was come back home to Pearland. So I came back trying to force myself to be in the old Raul, and he wasn't there anymore. He wasn't that same individual who, on the outside, I look normal as can be. Everybody's like, "Oh man, it's good to see you. You seem happy. You look normal." But in reality, man, deep down inside, I was struggling. I was struggling mentally, physically, emotionally. I had a lot of issues going on, and I turned to alcohol. I turned to drugs, and I did this for a good 3 years, 4 years after getting out of the military. And it wasn't until I got in trouble with the local PD here in the great city of Pearland, love you guys, that I realized that there was an issue. So I got in trouble with a DWI, and then I got sent into a program here in Missouri County, which is called Veterans Court. So Veterans Court is a program, I don't want to say second chances, but what it does is it gives you the opportunity to find the root of the issue, the problem. So that makes you go to counseling, it makes you go to therapy, it makes you talk about what the root of the issue is. It gets down to the meat and potatoes. So with the Veterans Court program, so we got down to the meat and potatoes and to figure out what the issue was. And I always had a heart for giving back to the community, always had a heart for giving back to my veteran brothers and sisters, but I never liked to shine. I never liked to be in front of the camera. So you don't understand how many takes this has taken because it's not my thing. So I started Charlie Mike Military Apparel in 2018. No idea what to expect or honestly know what I was doing. In 2019, we caught fire. We began to see the purpose, and everybody was understanding the mission. Of course, Charlie Mike means to continue the mission. Regardless of the struggles, the pains, the setbacks, you Charlie Mike, you continue mission, regardless of what it is. And in 2020, like everybody else, we struggled. We struggled, during COVID because, nobody was buying apparel. Nobody was out shopping, of course, because we were all locked down. So nobody was buying apparel. We sat back. I sat back trying to figure out, how I could continue to reach my brothers and sisters without networking, how I could continue to be in the public without networking, because that wasn't a thing during that time. So at that moment, I created Charlie Mike, the podcast, which was a platform that we used to invite our veteran brothers and sisters and people doing things in the veteran community to come and share their story, not only their triumphs, but their struggles. And it blew up, guys. It became successful. And at that time, I saw the bigger vision. I saw what we can do in the community as well as the veteran community, because I'm not just about the veteran community. I'm about my local community. I want everybody to be successful. I want to do my best to make you strive. And with that, I met this individual who, man, was like no other. And people see us and they think that we've been friends forever. But the truth is we really haven't, but it's like we have. So I want the people around me in the community to strive as well. It's not about, to me, it's not what I have. or what I have personally. To me, it's what I can do for the person who's struggling, because I want you to know that you will overcome this. You will become better than you were, but you have to put in the work. You can't sit back and think that things are just going to happen. Yeah, people look at me and be like, "Oh man, it just happened." No, it didn't. I struggled. I struggled a lot. I struggled with addiction. I struggled with alcoholism. I'm thankful now that I can honestly say that I'm 3 years clean and sober, and I have so many people to thank for that. It wasn't all just me. It was the people around me. It was my family, my friends, my local politicians, the judges, everybody who put work in me is the person I am today. And without everyone, I wouldn't be here. And I'm grateful for that. I've become the best father that I can be. I've become a better leader in the community as well as the veteran community. I I hate that I continue to say I because I don't like that word. Me personally. But because it's a team effort. It's a team effort. Everything I do is a team effort. A lot of times you may not see the team, but it's a team effort. So at this point in my life, I met William Gray Jr., aka the Stash. You guys, we clicked. We became friends. We're more than friends now. Not more. So me and Will sat down through different interviews and different conversations that we've had, and I like where he's at. I like where his mindset is at. I like what he believes in Charlie Mike. He believes in Charlie Mike the mission. So with that, I want to tell you something. I've invited William Gray Jr. to be part of the Charlie Mike family, y'all. So not only will you see me representing this brand and this company, you will see this man right here.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Go give me some love.
Oh shit!
It's a humbling experience, and I appreciate that, Raul. And this community has been phenomenal. You guys have been amazing. And Raul, man, thank you for what you've started. Thank you for believing in me enough to say, hey, let's do this together, because you can go further together. And man, he's got an amazing story. Some of that stuff he shares often, but not that way. So if you don't know too much about me, my name is William Gray Jr. I served 13 years in the Army. I did a couple of different deployments, a couple of different areas. If you want to learn more about my own story, you can go back to Charlie Mike, the podcast, and listen to episode 26. We do a pretty good deep dive there. And then, of course, throughout the podcast, we share a whole lot. But Charlie Mike is growing. We want to take this and continue mission, right? Charlie Mike. And so we've got a couple of different things coming up. We've got the apparel side getting ready to continue to grow that. We've been working on some different designs, some different ways that we get some creative advertising out there. Of course, we have the podcast underneath that. We're also going to start a podcast studio right here in Pearland. So be on the lookout for that. If you're interested in doing your own podcast or looking for a podcast experience, or you want to upgrade your podcast to be a more professional look, come see us. We're definitely going to have that rolling here in the next early months of 2023. And then the other side I'm really passionate about too is leadership. We're going to do Charlie Mike leadership, which we're going to incorporate more training for either you, the individual veteran, for you, the community leader, or for you as a corporation, because veterans have a certain set of skills that we have to put to use. And a lot of it really is in leadership. It's soft skills, it's learning people. It's knowing that I can overcome the struggle, because that's what Charlie Mike is. It's continuing mission. No matter what happens, no matter what comes your way, you can get better. And that's all it's about. And that's what we want to do. And I really appreciate you, Raul, for bringing me on, for trusting me to be part of this team, to be a partner with you. It's surreal to say out loud and now in front of a camera, in front of those we love, in front of our audience, to let you guys know that you're not alone out there either. We've got so many cool things. We want to hear your input. We want to know where we're messing up at. How do we do better? How do we live into our own values? Because for us, it's about pouring into each other. Raul and I had a conversation, and he said, man, I'm just ready to pour. I'm ready to pour into other people. Because when we can make you successful, that's what makes us successful. One story at a time, one person at a time. It's about making you a little more successful, getting you to a better place than where you were, providing you with resources, sharing stories, and continuing to Charlie Mike. I don't have anything else. Do you have anything, Raul, that you want to say to wrap us up and bring us home?
Like William was saying, we're doing a podcast studio right here in Pearland, Texas. So if you thought about making a podcast, creating a podcast, but you don't want to spend the money on podcast equipment, we're spending Will's money. So come on, come out and do it. It'll definitely be here the first few months of 2023. Actually, things are in construction right now, and we have a lot of amazing things planned, guys. It's not just going to be a podcast studio. It's going to be a place where like-minded individuals come and talk about how to better each other. And I'm excited about that. And my guy, William, right here, William, is going to be doing his leadership course, his Charlie Mike leadership. And he doesn't know it yet, but he's also going to be dropping some financial literacy courses.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you're struggling with that, man, this is the guy. I want to let you know. This wouldn't be possible if he didn't lend me that $200,000. I want you to know right off the bat.
Yeah, there's nothing better than working with somebody who believes in you like that, really, and let know that we believe in you too. We want to see you shining. This guy really does not like the camera, but I don't mind it. So let's help. Let's get this together. Let's work together. Let's shine. Let's make this community better. Let's make each other better. Let's pour to each other.
We look forward to seeing every one of you. And as always, from the Charlie Mike team, Charlie Mike. Man, William, what does Charlie Mike mean to you?
Charlie Mike, to me, is about getting 1% better. It literally means continue mission. But for me, at the end of the day, it's all right if you take a knee, right? We're in the military. You got to take a knee. You got to drink water. You got to get your bearings, right? It's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay there. So for me, for Charlie Mike, is like, how do I help others continue? How do I get aware of my surroundings, fix myself first so that I can continue to drive? That's what Charlie Mike is, continuing to drive on, continuing the mission. Hey, Raul, what does Charlie Mike mean to you?
Charlie Mike means everything to me, to be completely honest, man. It's done amazing things in my life. It means to continue the mission. You fall, you get back up. You fall, what does the saying say? You fall 7 times, get back up 8 times. There's no limit to the potential of things that you can reach, especially if you surround yourself with amazing people. Surround yourself with individuals that you want to be like, or that you want to take certain things from. As y'all know, this is one outgoing son of a gun. And I'm trying to be that way. But, it's hard. It's just never been my thing. And people see me out in the public and they're like, oh, man, it comes second nature. No, it doesn't. I mentally prepared for a week for that, for that event. So Charlie Mike means everything to me, man. It definitely means to continue the mission. Regardless of the situation, you can always pick yourself up. Know that if you're struggling, somebody's been there. Somebody's done it. You're never alone. Reach out. Ask for help. It takes a strong individual to ask for help. I know one thing that we were always taught, that only the weak ask for help. That's not true. That's further from the truth. And with that, you guys, be sure to always check on each other. I got a group of friends that I check on all the time. And it's a lot of times it's not even hello, man. I'll text them, just say, F you, just to let you know I'm thinking about you. And it's just the love. Make time for your friends and family, man, because, things can change in a split of a second. You never know. I just went sideways. What it did.
Yeah. Mike. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, if you're ever struggling and you feel like you have nobody else to reach out to, you can dial 988 or you can text 988. And if you're a veteran or in the military, you press 1. 988, press 1. There is somebody there who will contact you, who will listen to you, because you are more powerful than the struggles you're facing. You can overcome this. Reach out.
Again, guys, we'd like to thank everybody for listening to this video, for tuning in. And again, we'd like to thank First Cup Coffee Company for having us here today. Hey, this is a great coffee shop right here in Pearland, Texas. It's on Broadway between Pearland. Where were we at?
Yeah, by Pearland Parkway.
So just be sure to check it out. First Cup Coffee. And we look forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah,
We're excited. As always, Charlie Mike.